What's up, bro? This is Nick coming to you from the better side of the wall, also known as East Berlin. We're in the Soviet Union, baby. I don't know why that's the voice I did for a jacked guy.
Well, how about building a fucking gym where the dumbbells go up to 400 pounds?
So this video is going to be kind of hard to do because I actually have to be kind of authentic. I don't know how funny it's going to be then. But I think everyone can get something out of this. So let me tell you first, like a stand-up bit that I do. I'll talk about it and where it came from. So I do a stand-up bit. It's about, it's basically like why is like everyone seems to be getting jacked these days. Like everyone wants to be huge. And it's usually the people who want to be that huge, like unreasonably large, are people who don't actually need to be that. It's never like a firefighter or a construction worker. It's usually like some guy who's trying to be like the most aggressive HR manager at Nationwide Insurance. And it's just like, dude, what are you doing? I've never had an office job where they're like, oh yeah, your sales are great, numbers are up, and we want to offer you that promotion. We just need you to go out into the parking lot and deadlift Deborah's SUV. If you can do that, the job's all yours, all right? So you get the gist of it. It's a little longer and has more tags and shit. That bit comes from me actually being that person at one time. So I used to wrestle. So first of all, I used to be a really bad person. Worse than I am now.
Oh my God! Wow!
I quit all sports in 7th grade and I started doing a lot of drugs and hanging out with rather unscrupulous characters. And what ended up happening was my friend in freshman year in high school, actually no, 8th grade, summer going into 8th grade, into freshman year, Jesus Christ. My friend Darius was like, hey man, do you want to start wrestling? And you know what? I was about 105 pounds, and I think I was just lost. So I was like, sure, I'll fucking be whatever is not a piece of shit. Because I knew that I was being a piece of shit for a while. And then I joined wrestling winter of freshman year. And I was very light. And I quickly started gaining muscle. And I got really fucking into it. For wrestling, I was 185 pounds by senior year. Because I have the body type where I'm an ectomorph, so I don't gain any fat, and it's very hard to gain muscle. I have to eat like 6 meals a day if I want to. But then once I was done wrestling, I just went to college, and I was still trying to be that guy, the biggest guy in the room, lifting way too many weights. I was like 200 pounds. I was just trying to show people up because I was very egotistical, more so than now. And if you know me and you thought that I'm annoying now, you should have seen how fucking egotistical I was before acid showed me that I was a douchebag. So I ended up being that guy who was jacked for no reason. I was interning as an engineer on for like a large scale construction company and going to school. And there was literally no reason. And then once I quit college and I went to Chicago for a while, and I really didn't know what I wanted to do. So I literally got as yoked as I could for absolutely no reason. I was working at Dick's Sporting Goods and like doing part-time construction. And I had got to 210 at one point. I was 210 pounds. I'm about 175 right now. Like, imagine another 35 pounds. So I did that, and I even did a round of, not steroids, but they were called pro hormones. They all got banned in 2017 or 15. And they were basically just like a step away from an anabolic steroid, and they were way worse for you than steroids, and they didn't work as well, but they got me to like 220 pounds for a couple weeks, and I was like unnecessarily large. And what I realized after, I guess it took a long time to not want to be that person anymore. But then I went, shut the fuck up, phone. Then I went to the opposite side of the spectrum. I became the guy who was like, oh, fuck people who work out. Like, you're all just fucking losers. You're wasting your life. And I basically became bitter about being that person before. And I hated anyone who even worked out just for the mental health benefits of it. I would even make fun of people for that. And that's where that bit came from. And now I'm at the point where I went to a doctor because my nipples were sore. Yeah, like a lady. And she said, your estrogen is too high. You have the estrogen levels of someone who plays too many video games. So, this is my second day only, as you can see. I went for a long run yesterday, and then I did cleans and push-ups today with a barbell, cleans. Because I don't want to feel like shit anymore. That's right. I was smoking cigarettes when I started stand-up for about a year. Quit cigarettes a couple months ago. I've been getting healthier, but it's fucking hard when you get older, dude. And it takes something horrible to your body happening, like your nipples being oddly sore, for you to actually start doing anything. I remember when I was a kid, I was just like, oh, that looks cool. I'd like to be in shape and be able to, jump around and kickflip 10 stairs, even though I never could. But just cool things on skateboards and shit like that, and wanting to be athletic. And now it's just like I want to do as little as possible because I have no energy. And that's because I don't work out. Man, I was way too into working out. I remember I missed my sister's her college graduation because I was in a deadlift session that was going too long with my friend Matt Boffa. Yeah, I mean, it was a graduation from SCCC, which is a community college. But granted, it's still a shitty thing to do. And she just graduated from University of Chicago. Yeah, I think that's it. So ended up way better off than I am now. I just gotta say, I think the moral of this is that it's really not that hard to do enough working out. It's really not. Because you don't have to go crazy. You could do 15 minutes of weights, 15 minutes of cardio a day, or even every other day. And that's enough to not grow bitch tits like I possibly am if I don't get healthy again. Yeah, man, this one was fucking hard because I had to admit that I kind of did steroids at one point and that I was a piece of shit for my sister's graduation. I don't think I ever said sorry about that. So Claire, if you hear this, I'm sorry. And I hope you guys enjoyed a little authentic take from the Soviet Union. All right? Have a good one, guys.